Good morning, dear aspirant. To start with today's news, Supreme Court stays High Court's inhuman remark on rape attempt. So, Supreme Court responds to High Court order. There is a bench headed by Justice B.R. Kavai said that observation made by a single judge bench of Justice Ram Manohar Narayan Mishra of the High Court were totally insensitive, inhuman, and unknown to the tenets of law. So, the lack of sensitivity, Justice Gawai pointed out that certain paragraphs of the order which graphically recounted the trauma and the protection of POSCO Act, that is, it is the first comprehensive law in the country dealing specifically with the sexual abuse of children, enacted in 2012, and it is administered by the Ministry of Women and Child Development. So, POSCO Act, the purpose and intent, it was intended to protect children from sexual assault, sexual harassment, and pornographic violations, as well as to establish special courts for such trials. In 2019, the Act was amended to strengthen the penalties for specified offences in order to deter abusers and promote a dignified upbringing. Gender neutral legislation, the Act defines a child as any person under the age of 18, and mandatory reporting is non-reporting is a crime. Any person in charge of an institution who fails to report the commission of a sexual offense involving a subordinate faces punishment. So, additional POSCO Act provision: no time limit for reporting abuse and keeping victim's identity confidential. Over half of 1 lakh crore collected for the welfare of mining districts non-spent. So, a first of its kind analysis of DMF shows that despite collecting 1 lakh crore in the past decade, more than half of the fund is unspent. Moreover, the funds are often diverted to activities that are not directly linked to the welfare of mining districts. So, which is a contravention to center guideline. Government have taken an initiative called Pradhan Mantri Kurukshetra IAS Yojana, which means that is a very holistic program in mining affected area through investment in various development projects. So, DMF scheme is a legal as per the Mine and Mineral Development Act 2015. Every district is affected by mining related operation. The state government by notification established a trust as a non-profit body to be called the DMF. Funds every mining leaseholder will pay a fraction of royalty not exceeding 1/3 of the royalty to the DMF as per rates prescribed by central government. This fund will be used for welfare of the people affected in the mining affected areas. In Kyonjir, the total DMF fund collection has touched an outstanding of 8,840 crore, which is the highest for any district in India. DMF objectives and functioning. The idea behind the contribution is that local mining affected communities, mostly tribal and among the poorest in the country, also have the right to benefit from natural resources extracted from where they live. The functioning of the DMF trust and the fund used governed by the state's DMF rule incorporate the mandate of central guidelines Pradhan Mantri Kurukshetra IAS Yojana, which is a scheme by the Ministry of Mines for the welfare of people and affected areas by using the fund accrued under DMF. So, this objectives and implementation: to implement various developmental and welfare programs in mining affected area that complement the existing ongoing project of state and central government. At least 6% the fund will be utilized for high priority areas like drinking water supply, environment preservation and pollution measures, healthcare, education. Other priority areas like rest of the fund will be utilized for other priority areas such as physical infrastructure, irrigation, energy and watershed development and measure for enhancing the quality. GE Aerospace to deliver jet engine for Tejas LCA Mk1A. IAF Chief Air Marshal AP Singh has said that the force need to add 30 to 40 fighter jets every year. And this is the 5th generation fighter aircraft and capable of operating in heavily contested combat zones. Globally, 5G jets are possessed by only Russia, China and US. So HAL is the agency where that agency developed this, which is an Indian public sector aerospace. They developed this project. UPI outage disrupts digital transactions. So there is a digital transaction were impacted due to widespread UPI outage with a large number of users reporting problem in the instant payment interface. UPI is an advanced version of IMPS, round the clock fund transfer service to make cashless payment faster, easier and smoother. UPI apps and international expansion is 2016 the launch year, and 5 plus top UPI apps and 2 international linkages there. Try to answer this question. Provision. What are the provision of POSCO Act and execution faces some execution of POSCO Act faces some constraints on deploying it. Explain. Thank you. Have a great day.